A new Ripple partnership. Getting rid of debt because of crypto. XRP price action at the end because it has to do with the partnership.
Due to the graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
And don't mind the hair, I just got done with a cardio and lifting session because race day is 7 weeks away. But your comments come first, and then we're going to talk crypto news. Ripple partnership, Micah action, Jerome Powell, overcooking the turkey. What turkey? Let's find it. Redfish says, love your content. Forget the turkey. There wasn't even a turkey to cook, and the US dollar is worth about as much as the shit-stained toilet paper in the toilet after Thanksgiving dinner. I usually do well with Thanksgiving dinner. My wife cooks a very good one. I don't have to run to the bathroom afterwards, but I get what you're saying. Doomslayer's got a great question, and this is why I read your comments, because some of these are really, really good. Doomslayer's got a question. Correct me if I'm wrong. With rate cuts, doesn't that just mean they'll print more money, thus leading to inflation? Also, did you see where BlackRock said that the rates won't be dropped as much as people expect? How would they know that? BlackRock is saying a 25 basis point cut. They're playing it a little conservative for the rest of the year. But no, just because you cut rates doesn't mean you have to print money. Printing money is borrowing. It's adding to like your deficit, and you don't need to do that. Now, is our deficit increasing? Oh, hell yeah, it is, because we got interest just ripping us to pieces, and ooh, look at the debt that's being racked up. And we're going to talk about how countries are getting out of debt using crypto. Oh, yeah, baby. Now. Before we get into the news, what everyone's talking about, we got a 65% chance that we're going to get a 50 basis point cut with a minimum of a 25 coming on Wednesday. Bitcoin sitting at 57,910. ETH is 2277. I feel like shit because I just worked out and I'm a little shaky. BNB's at 531. Russell's at 130. XRP at 58.2. Let's see what that partnership does. Near ICP, Aptos, Sweet, Optimism, Quant, down big. XLM, they've got Meridian coming up, but still only 9.4 cents. El Salvador. Now, people made fun of me because remember, I was one of the few that covered El Salvador and their Bitcoin independence and that whole journey. Thought it was pretty cool. Algorithms were like, no, it's not cool, so they didn't really promote it. But anyways, El Salvador now has got some great news. Listen to this. On September 15th, during the Independence Day address, President Nayib Bukele revealed that El Salvador will no longer depend on external debt to finance its national budget. This historic announcement reflects the nation's strides towards economic independence underpinned by its BTC strategy. BTC has been the strategy for El Salvador since September of 2021 as they became the first country to adopt BTC as legal tender. Bukele's vision. Now they've got a good reserve of BTC. And because they were buying the dips, everyone, they are now going to be independent via crypto. So yes, you can become independent via crypto. You can't swap your debt, like, because people are like, oh, just use XRP. No. The US debt would eat up XRP in a second. Think about this. Go to the debt clock. And I got that right here because as always, any article you see in this video, we'll link to the description below. Okay, check this out. Right now, we're 35 trillion in debt. Every day, we've got about 3 billion in interest payments. Every day, okay? So that 3 billion, it would take 10 days to eat up the circulating supply of XRP. Yeah, so you're going to need some big crypto to fix some big debts. But we're seeing El Salvador do it with their BTC play. So good for them. Let's give them all a golf clap, everyone. Golf clap. Golf clap. Now, the debt clock, the reason I'm bringing this up is it does have to do with rates, okay? This debt is at some increasing rates, right? Because rates have been high, you're borrowing, the rates are high, it's just a bad thing. Now, as rates come down, we're going to hopefully see debt come down once government spending gets in line. Okay, stop. That was a lie. Government spending in line. Okay, who's doing this? Who's filming this right now? Who wrote the script for this episode? Because that's full of shit. Government is not going to do anything to kind of reel back their debt. In fact, the one thing we're worried about is if they bring rates down further, faster, that governments are going to be like, it's really cheap to like steal money from the public. Borrow money from the public. So let's do it now while it's really cheap to borrow from the public. Now let's get to that partnership. Ripple launches micro crypto compliance, Jesus Klaus, with Hedera and Aptos Labs. Oh, okay. Ripple partnered with crypto firms Aptos Labs and Hedera for the DLT Science Foundation. The Science Foundation is a nonprofit organization that promotes blockchain check among firms. The foundation's mission is to create an open ecosystem, work within industries, academia, and developers. DSF announced the launch of MICA Crypto Alliance for better coordination. I think that's actually a really good idea. Now, will this lead to juicy price action? No, because this is more about regs and trying to get people along. But what we are seeing, though, is a definite bump in XRP volume. Look at this, up 60% last 24 hours, 1.3 billion volume. In fact, you can see we had a little bit of pumpage here while I was at the gym. Now, 60 cents is the resistance. We're getting floor support above 56. Volume is going up. But the news here is that this is good. I like this because now you're going to get more players working together. So instead of having like Ripple over here, Hedera over here, Aptos over here, all doing kind of their own things, fighting regs and trying to work within regs, they're like, look, let's just get together. Let's work on this problem together and solve it together. Could you imagine what would happen if the world's problems were solved by people coming together rather than everyone trying to race to be first? We'd actually get stuff done like cancer research. But the price action regarding XRP, it's been on the back of the ETF news, and that's only going to last us so long. Jerome Powell's coming up in the next few days. We know we're going to get some cuts. We may have overcooked the turkey, and I know some of you are like, no, there isn't even a turkey in the oven. Okay, look, we overcooked the Walmart chicken rotisserie thing that's at the front of the store that was made at noon, and it's like 5 o'clock, and you don't want to get dinner or make dinner for your kids. So you're like, look, I'm just going to get this, and I'm going to throw it in the oven. I'm going to cook it a little bit more, and you dry it out. See, that's what we're afraid that Jerome Powell did. So cryptos, look, it's all about rates. It's all about debt, and it's all about becoming independent of debt so that you don't have to pay lots of juice. Now, in terms of juicy price, we're going to need more juicy news because the ETF news only lasts so long. Jerome Powell's news is only going to last so long. And then we're looking at Hbar and the SEC appeal. I had this teacher when I was younger that would always tell my parents, hey, with Klaus, no news is good news. Well, that's not true with the crypto market because we constantly need news to keep things hot, to keep it bubbling and percolating. I mean, think about it. The BTF news wore off. ETH, remember when it went from POW to POS? Still a piece of shit, in my opinion. Didn't do anything. Like, you see what I'm saying? The market forgets about this stuff, and the market moves on. So, yeah, we got some good trust news, which we could convert into an ETF eventually. But then what? Well, then what is the Hbar deadline, October 7th? And odds have it that he is not going to be appealing. In fact, what kind of a dick move would that be if he waited to the last second to appeal? Nah, I know it kind of sounds like Gary, but let's be real here. If you don't know within the first 30 days if you're going to appeal, then you don't know what the hell you're talking about. Right? I mean, you would want to appeal as soon as that window opened up, but it appears that Hbar is not going to be appealing. Now, does this partnership appeal to people's price senses? No, not a chance. But I do like the idea that companies are working together rather than working separately in missile silos, wasting resources. Because that's what this is all about. Let's utilize the least amount of resources to have the most impact. And that's the story for today. Seriously, think about it. Think about debt. Think about the rates. Think about everything we've talked about on this channel. It's all about being efficient. Government was more efficient with spending, we wouldn't have the debt problem. If the government was more efficient with getting stuff done, we wouldn't be in the financial mess that we're in. If the government was more efficient and transparent with spending, well, then we would know what we're holding them accountable for. Now, Bukele and El Salvador, they're independent of debt, and they were able to do it by using BTC. What other countries now are going to be able to use crypto to get out of debt, and will there be any? Or do Bukele get in early enough where the rest of the world has just been waiting? Let me know in the comments down below, and of course, choo-choo bitches. I'm going to eat an Oreo cookie.